thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Right, so this is what he's going to judge them with. Yeah? Why? Because they've got a price to pay, man. You can't shed people's blood and expect to get away. You can't build a society of free labour, 400 years of free labour and get away with it. It don't work like that. God has a mission. He's done it to his people. Yeah? Compare this. That's what he's talking about. Is it done?
It says multitudes, the valley of decision.
Right, and that's the Middle East. Bringing them down there. Decide. And then judge them down there. Read.
For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision.
Right, valley of Jehoshaphat. Valley of decision, yeah, read.
The sun and the moon shall be darkened.
Did we read about that? The clouds, the smoke coming up. Yeah, it's going to be darkened because of the explosions. Read.
And the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Same thing. Same thing we read.
It says here, the Lord also shall roar out of Zion, right, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. Right,
so this is what it's about. This is why he's bringing all this detriment on the earth for his people. All the black and Hispanics don't think that God loves them. They think that they've been, God has turned his back. He did for a dispensation of time. But the elect, the ones who hear his word, not only hear it, do, are the ones who are going to be saved. And he that keeps his word unto the end shall be saved. Shall be saved. The best of Isaiah 14:12.
The book of Isaiah chapter 14 verse 23. It says here,
is there any more at the top before you go down?
I prepare slow first.
No.
I'll go It says here, Isaiah chapter 14 verse 23, I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts.
Right, so what do you say you're going to sweep it with the besom? The besom is a broom. If you know about any about a nuclear weapon, it explodes on ground zero, and then the wind like it sweeps, and then the fire behind it. Yeah? Yeah, it sweeps. Yeah? It sweeps. Underneath it, it sweeps. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah?
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 23. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts.
Right, he's going to sweep it, he's going to make it to the pool of the, you can read that about in the Revelation, where it talks about that as well. The bittern shall be a wasteland. Yeah? Any more than that?
It says, the Lord of hosts have sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass.
Right, so he said this is going to happen because of the slavery, with 400 to 500 years of free labour. He said this is coming. Yeah?
And as I have purposed, so shall it stand.
Right, so, because he's not a man that should lie. He said what he's going to do, he's going to do. Yeah? Any more? Isaiah 34, start from the top. It's another good one.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1.
Right.
Come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people.
Right, so listen, you've got 2 ears. Stop chatting so much and listen to what God's got to say. Read.
Let the earth hear, and all that is therein.
Right, all you crackers and you Edomites, let's hear this.
The world and all things that come forth of it.
Right.
For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
Right, his anger is upon all you nations. Not just you Edomites, you Caucasians. Because what nation had our spoils, he says. All you nations had us in slavery. So he said, here, come and hear this. This is what he's talking about. Here, yeah, read.
It says here, the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations,
right,
and his fury upon all their armies.
Right.
He hath utterly destroyed them.
This is future prophecy. This ain't happened yet. He's going to destroy them. Yeah, read.
He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
Right, he's going to deliver them to the slaughter. Prepare slaughter. He's going to read it for his children. But, yeah. Isaiah 14:21. Yeah, read.
It says here, their slain also shall be cast out,
right,
and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Right, this is after all the dead bodies. It tells you that the blood is going to be up to the horse's bridle. That's a lot of dead bodies, man. Read.
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Right, melted with their blood, yeah? The governments, the mountains, yeah, the high places shall be melted with their blood. Yeah, read. Because what do you say in Numbers 35, 33, 33, 35? Because he that sheddeth blood, by man shall his blood be shed. You see what goes around comes around. That Palmatic principle. Yeah? Restitution. Yeah.
It says here, the slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved.
Here's the point.
All the host of heaven shall be dissolved, right. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Rolled together as a scroll, as we see here. As you see it? Rolling. This is what he's talking about. The nuclear blast. The heavens, the rulership is going to roll together as a scroll. So Russia is going to launch those missiles. They're not going back in the silos. They're going to be launched. Yeah? Because restitution, the Lord needs that sacrifice. Yeah?
It says here, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved,
right.
And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Right. Rolled together as a scroll. Yeah?
And all their host shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine.
Right, so their rulership is going to fall. Because they would tell you that they're going to do in 2050. They're such a proud nation. We're going to have hovercrafts and hoverplanes and all this. No, you're going into slavery, according to the Bible. Because why? You put God's people in slavery. And you haven't treated them well. So what do you think is going to happen to you? You're going to get, what do you say? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Arm for arm, ear for ear, nose for nose. Yeah, it's going to go all the way. Toe for toe. Yeah?
It says here,
judgment.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Right, his sword. What's his sword? The nuclear missiles. Yeah? Read.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Right, so he says it's going to come down upon the white man. That's what he's talking about. The sword is coming down on them. Yeah? Idumea is another word for Edom. It's a Greek word for Idumea. Or Idumea. Yeah? Edomite. Yeah? It's Edomites. That's what he's talking about. The so-called white man, the Caucasian. Yeah? Them, that's what he's talking about. He come down because why? They're ruling. Who's in the power seat at the moment? The Edomites, the Caucasians. They're in the power seat, so it's coming down on them. Read on.
It says here, my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Right. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, right. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. Right,
why are they cursed? Because they lack what they call melanin. Yeah? When the sun comes out, they have to block it in factor 50. Yeah? And the sun sustains and sustains everything. Yeah? They are oddballs. They're the oddballs of the planet. Even the East Indians have got melanin in their flesh, yeah? But the cracker hasn't got it, yeah?
It says here, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood.
Right, so they'll be filled with blood.
It is made fat with fatness,
yeah.
And with the blood of lambs and goats, right. With the fat of the kidneys of rams.
Right, so it's all about a sacrifice. That's what the Most High sacrifices. Blood, goats, rams. Talking about a sacrifice, right? Shall bathe in heaven, come down upon Idumea, the sacrifice, read.
And goats with the fat of the kidneys of rams, for the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah.
There you go, see? There's a sacrifice.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Right, so it's telling you, it's specifically targeting the people. The ones that are ruling right now, the Edomites. Yeah? They're coming to the end of their rulership, but this is how it's going to culminate. This is how he's going to extinguish them. Yeah? Is that the right term? Extinguish or distinguish?
Yeah, because they've defiled the land, so that's the only way he's going to cleanse them.
Yeah, he's going to cleanse them by getting rid of them. He tells them there'll be no more remaining of the Edomites. Yeah?
Like bang on the dirt, he's gone.
Yeah, bang. Yeah, sit it, bang. Yeah.
Sit it done.
Sit it, bang them, yeah?
It says here, and the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness.
The unicorn uses that what was that horn? And that horn is that power, that's what it uses. So he's saying the power is going to come down, all the governments, all the army and everything, anybody who's got power in that time is coming down.
Yeah, their intelligence, their society, their whole wisdom, their whole because it's
society. what's the sign?
Because they got their things set up in the sky, innit?
Yeah, in the firmament, yeah, the satellites. And
yeah, so the satellites and that, it's when a bomb goes off, the EMPs and all that, it's gonna all collapse in one go. It says here, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion.
Right, so what he's saying again, this is vengeance, right? It's going to avenge us. Zion is the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The Indian Negro descent, yeah? To avenge us. Yeah? Because we can't take vengeance on the white man. He's got military, he's got tanks, he's got planes, he's got ships. What have we got? What has the blacks got? We got the best weapon, we got the most high. Can't get a better weapon that he can manipulate the wind, the elements. He can cause that tag what they got. To, you know, you can get one of those sandstorms, just to you know, it was sandblasting. You ever heard of sandblasting? You can sandblast that tank to power them. You understand? Or you can wash it away with water. Yeah? You know?
Sandblasting.
Yeah.
That shit would turn to like
just dust.
Yeah.
It would just be like a silver dust.
You see the guy in the middle of the ground.
Well, it would be dust as well.
Yeah, it would be fun. If they showed you that in X-Men, remember when
that thing made that
Phoenix?
Yeah, made that thing, sandblasted them, isn't it?
It says here, so I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It says here, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone.
Because when that nuclear blast comes, the water's going to dry up, pitch. That's what's left after a nuclear blast, there's water. It just leaves pitch. That means just like a muddy residue, yeah? Because it's all dried up, and you can see the fishes flapping or whatever. You know what I mean? Because the water dry up.
I doubt even that. I think it's just probably just going to be like dry.
Yeah.
Like cracked. You know what I'm saying?
It depends if it hits the sea, and if it hits the sea, there's so much of it to think. I mean, it depends how big the water is, the body of the water is. For it to dry it up because of the heat. But if it's going to hit the ocean, they ain't going to dry up the ocean. You know what I mean? It's not, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm saying if it hits things like a lake or something, you're going to get a lot of lakes in America.
Yeah, big ones,
you know what I mean? So it's going to be pitch, just like residue.
It says here, the stream shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day.
And you see that when there are forest fires, it's like it causes like they call it a fire tornado. You know what I mean? And it just burns everything and it turns. So what's that part you said there about the fire?
It says. The streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone.
Burning pitch, yeah.
And the land shall become burning pitch.
Right, burning pitch. Because when the missiles hit like the nature reserves and its forestry, it's going to cause fire. And then the rest will become like burning pitch. Like after, when it burns, till it can't burn no more, pitch. You know what I mean? Like you've got coals, that's what they call pitch. You know what I mean? When someone runs across those burning coals, runs across that pitch. Read them.
It says here, it shall not be quenched night nor day.
Right, because the fire service ain't going to be able to put it out. Yeah, read.
The smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation.
Right, but that's a dispensation of fire.
It shall lie waste.
Right, so America's going to be lying waste, because that's the only place on the earth that's going to be completely obliterated by nuclear missiles. Yeah, according to the Bible, that's read them.
None shall pass through it, even forever and ever.
Yeah, no one's going to go to. You know, like everyone wants to go to America and they want to see New York, Big Apple. Oh, they would go and see what's the other one? The pyramid, Las Vegas. You know, everybody. Oh, let's go California. Everyone wants to go to America because that's the land of the land of hope and free and
milk and honey.
Yeah, milk and honey. They call it a place, the land where you can make. Riches, the land of riches, they call it something like go there and become a millionaire in America. But now, they're struggling now. They've got fentanyl, the fentanyl kings over there now. They're the leaning tower pizzas and that. Have you seen them on that fentanyl?
Yeah, because them addicts, they're dying off that fentanyl.
Yeah.
When it was crack, they're not dying off crack, but with fair, the tweakers that have been, crackers that have been crackers for years, like, they're dying now. When they're switching to fat, they're not lasting.
It's here as well. Fentanyl was here. Thingy told me. My neighbour told me that fentanyl was down Peckham or something like that. You know what I mean? It's crackling. Yeah, he's touched there. Fentanyl. He said he's went down there.
You ain't got to be close to it. You ain't really got to knock out. You only got to be like around it for it to knock you out.
Yeah, because it's strong, isn't it? Yeah. Strong, man.
Reads, the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it, the owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all her princes shall be nothing. And thorns shall come up in her palaces, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons and a court for owls.
Right, so this is what America's going to be. So we look for all these desert creatures. Yeah? These, what he's talking about, the cormorant and the owl, they're desert creatures. This is what America's going to be after they get blasted with nuclear missiles. It's going to be like a desert for all these desert creatures. Cormorant and the screech owl, and the raven. Yeah, read on.
The wild beast of the desert shall also meet with the wild beast of the island,
Right.
and the satyr shall cry to his fellow.
Right.
The screech owl shall also rest there and find for herself a place to rest. There shall the great owl make her nest and lay and hatch and gather under her shadow. There shall the vultures also be gathered, every one with her mate.
And you say something about the fawns shall come up and the palaces and nettles of brambles.
Yeah.
Read
It
that
says
part.
here,
But basically talking about all these desert creatures going to dwell in America. It's a future prophecy, yeah? Read on.
seek ye out the book of the Lord and read.
No.
Oh, you need to jump back.
It says there, yeah. It says here, 13.
Verse 30. And the thorns shall come up in her palaces.
Right,
Ne-
thorns. That's good. You know, like watch that movie with Will Smith when he was in that in the place where everybody the plagues come and he was the only one left. Well, some called. He wasn't the only one, but he thought he was, and all the grass was growing because there's no one to tend for it. You know, no one's coming to cut it down. You know.
Like even through here, like the
You see it.
the gaps, it's coming through the gaps.
You see it. The earth is mourning, man. It wants to grow.
Yeah, it wants to breathe, isn't it?
Yeah.
It says here, and brambles in the fortresses thereof.
Yeah.
And it's
talking about where the garrisons was and whatnot, the fortresses. Because that's where you think they're the places where they're going to survive. And the military there, they're protecting them. No. All these places are going to be burned up as well. And what else?
thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons and a court for owls.
Right, so Komodo dragons, lizards basically. Because lizards are desert creatures. Yeah? It says what the wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts. Read that. So jump back to
16. Seek ye out the book.
No.
Still kind of weird. Okay.
We talk about destruction. You ain't going to seek out the
It says here, 2 Esdras 16, verse 30. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Right, the nuclear missiles, that's what he's talking about. These things are going to be shot. They're talking about on the news right now as we speak. Yeah? About nuclear war. It's all biblical prophecy. Why? Because of the blacks, Hispanics and Native Indians. They haven't got their restitution yet. God is going to bring it. Yeah? We need it. We don't.
Behold, the plagues are sent, and you shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
We read about that in what is it? The thingy Revelations. Yeah, read.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards. Earth shall, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, Who will deliver me in those days?
Right, and this is what Ezra was saying. He saw this destruction. He said, woe is me, destruction is me, destruction is me. Because obviously, he was saying to himself, boy, if I'm in that situation with all that happening, I'm going to be destroyed. Yeah, woe is me, destruction to me. Who's going to save me? But he's going to be saved because he's one of the elect. Yeah?
It says here, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
Right, read that again.
It says here, 2 Esdras chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
Right, sorrows, great mournings.
The beginning of famine and great death.
Right, famine. This is what happens when all that, the sun is blocked out. You can't grow nothing, so it's famine. And this is when the people are going to turn to cannibalism, man. It's practice as well. They can eat raw meat. They don't need to cook it.
The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Right, so she's saying all this is sent for a scourge, for amendment, for recompense. This is what he said. He's going to bring all this for the payback, for the slavery, man. Slavery, all that's got to happen for that. This is what's going to culminate, yeah? Burn up the earth because of slavery. You know?
Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
Right, this is what we're seeing now. Because of the economies all screwed up. You're seeing things are being, they've got the pound shops, things are being sold cheap, so they think they're in a good stead. No, it's showing you that the economy is very weak. They can't sell their things at a high rate no more because nobody's got no money. Everybody's paying bills. The electricity bills have gone up, the rent has gone up, the gas bills, the water bills, everything has gone up. Read.
Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
They do, they think they're in good case. They think this is a good thing. They think it's cheap. No.
And even then shall evils grow upon earth.
Right.
Sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Right, so it's going to be people killing each other. Famine, yeah, and people killing each other, the sword. And delivering me from the sword is a Edomite. That's all they know about is killing. They are the sword. Because what do they say? When you don't do that, they say, well, we've got bombs. They're coming in your land to take it. They don't ask for nothing, they take it because they got the military might. Run up in Iraq, took their shit. Run up in Iran, no, they ain't got in Iran yet. Run up in Egypt, took their shit. Saddam Hussein, Colonel Gaddafi, Libya, run up in there, took their shit. Did not trouble, say we're in the oil fields, we took their oil. Didn't you say that? Coming blatantly on TV, they said regarding the oil fields, we took their shit. And what did Hillary Clinton say? We come, we saw, and he died. Yeah? We come, we conquered, and he died. Yeah? So this is what they're about. And they're not a just person. They're evil. Yeah? We done?
Says here, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine,
Right.
and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Right.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down.
Right, so no one's going to bury these dead bodies. They're going to be stinking on the earth, man. So there's going to be a lot of plagues. Because when dead bodies are about, it causes a lot of disease, yeah. So this is what the Lord is saying. Only the Lord can get you out of this. There's no other way out of it.
Especially when the animals are picking at them, carrying them, isn't it?
Yeah.
So and then even have people that are that will be killing animals. You don't know that animal.
Yeah, it's got plague in it, yeah. The Lord is going to bring some detrimental things on the earth, man. It's going to be horrible.
People are going to think, oh, I can hunt this animal.
Yeah, but it's going to have plague in it, yeah.
Your tummy's going to be like, the worm's going to come out of it. It says here, there shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. So the agriculture, like say like with the farms and that, they're all going to be overgrown.
Yeah, because no man, there's going to be nobody to till the ground, to cut it down, to maintain it.
Yeah. That's why you're going to have these the foliage and that coming up through the concrete. It says here, the trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them?
Right, so there are going to be trees giving up, and there's nobody going to be there to pick them. And that's the time when the earth is going to be like abundant. You understand? Because there's nobody there to pick these things. And that's a land Sabbath, what this man doesn't keep. He doesn't let the earth replenish. He keeps taking and taking and taking and taking. It's devil. He doesn't know no other except to take. The thief cometh not but to steal, to kill and destroy. That's who he is. Yeah? He's the thief. Yeah? The crimson pirate, you know? The red pirate. The red thief.
The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them?
Right, who's going to make wine? No one's going to tread them. Right?
For all places shall be desolate of men.
Right, because what's going to happen? When the nuclear bomb, war and all that, people get taken out. This is what's going to happen. For slavery. Someone's got to pay for it. You know? You don't get away with that, man. Sorry to say.
So it's here. So that one man shall desire to see another,
right,
and to hear his voice.
Right, so that's what he's saying. There's a lack of people to talk to. You know? You can't drive. When she wants to bib a bus, what's she going to do with a bus?
And in a Range Rover, you can see she can't navigate that.
Yeah, it's not even that. You don't bib a bus. You give way to a bus. But because it's a woman driving, they think that the earth is made for them. Everyone should part for them.
2 Esdras chapter 16, verse 28. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks.
Right, so especially women are going to be hiding, in it? Because it's going to be this for booty. Men are still going to be horny in that day, you know what I mean? Even though they need to wash her before they do something with her, because she's going to be stinking.
They're going to have to wash themselves too, because they're going to be some funky ass things like
yeah.
Especially when they're going to be funky as hell trying to get at that. Trust me, they're going to be funky as hell trying to get in some clean pussy. That's just basically how it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not thinking about it, they're just thinking, let me get it before someone else gets it.
Yeah, survival's going to be the main thing. That's going to be a side dish. You know what I mean? This is when women ain't going to be able to use that power. You know what I mean? Use their bodies for power. They're going to be in that day, they're going to be able to do that. Because it's going to be every man for themselves. You know what I mean?
It says here, 2 Esdras chapter 16, verse 14. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves, and in the clefts of the rock.
Well, that's where Esau usually dwells, in the cleft of the rock. You know what I mean? He likes that dwelling place. You know, look at it. My feet are killing me on this, standing on this, man. Just imagine if this was grass. It would be all nice and you'd feel all good. This concrete, man, is for them heavy bone, hard bone wreckers, man. You know what I mean? My back is killing me standing on this. But I have to put up with it because I've got to make my body a living sacrifice, man. Come out here. You know? How much more can I take? You know what I mean?
Hope that's not sound for next week.
Huh?
Hope that's not sound for next week.
No, what's next week? Yeah, but the Lord said you don't think about you don't worry about what's coming for next week. Worry about what's coming for today. You know? Yeah. Let it take care of itself. Let the day take care of itself, he said.
It says here.
Let's get today done, man. Let's talk about what worry about next week.
The hour, isn't it?
Yeah.
It says here. Because Bezos going to go back to living in some sort of cave.
He's going to go back to his caveman state.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Because you go naturally to what you're accustomed to within your spirit. So he's going to go back to
beastly state.
Cave.
Yeah. Right now he's in a suit and a tie. That's not really him. You know what I mean? That's the facade. You know what I mean? When he goes back to that beastly state, the Jeffrey Dahmer, that's his state. You know? Eating meat, eating humans, you know what I mean? That's his real state. He likes raw meat. If he's ready, there was a woman on the TV talking about this as a delicacy. She said she wanted to taste human meat. Do you know what I mean? That's their spirit, man. And that's their woman, so just imagine that, man. It's even worse.
Exactly. It says here, as an orchard of olives upon every tree that are left, 3 or 4 olives. That basically says that, you see when our people used to go and pick the trees and stuff, and we used to do 2 or 3, for the poor. Like, that was like the natural welfare system. That's
Don't take everything, leave some for the poor.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be with the population in the cities after martial law and that, people being taken into concentration camps. Whoever hasn't been taken, you're going to be like 1 or 2 or 3 of the city left. From those that obviously, you know what I'm saying? That's why it says not to return to, what's the word called? Because you don't know where you're going to be when shit's different. So not to return home.
Yeah, because there might be someone waiting to kill your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take your shits and your daughters and
It says here, whereas when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword.
So he's going to run up into people's houses. Yeah? There's not going to be a handful of people left. You know what I mean? They're going to take them captives. It tells you that they're going to rape them. What do you say? They're going to ravish the women or whatnot. Yeah?
This is I can see certain men getting ravished too.
Okay, because Esau in it. He said, yeah. Did he do that in slavery? They call it butt breaking.
Not just that, but I remember over in the French as well, they did that to the, what's the word, the Germans?
Yeah. The Dutch and the Germans done it. The Dutch, the Germans raped the Dutch women to death.
And the Italians, they did that to the Germans as well.
Yeah, they're just wicked, man. They can't help themselves, they're just naturally wicked.
It says here, remember the prisons are going to be
open up,
so
open up the prisoners. There's going to be pure wild man on there.
You're not going to be able to decipher.
Yeah, who's
the average person isn't going to be able to decipher.
Because he's going to be playing like he's a sweet, you know. He's going to be ready to be doing.
Because over here they don't wear the orange so you wouldn't know anyway. And plus, when
they're going to get clothes, isn't it? They're going to come out and change their clothes.
Knock someone out and
take the shit, run up in the yard, change their clothes. And got that prowl and that, the beast man, you know what I mean?
He's really, bro, it's really so mad out there. It says here, it's mad out here now, but it just hasn't.
Yeah, actually, no, this is alright. It's still going in the shops, still over there.
I'm talking about the barbarity of it. Like, if you go certain places, you can see it's barbaric as hell.
Yeah.
They just don't show it on mainstream.
Yeah.
It says here, even so in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the field thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man travel therethrough.
Right. Lack of people, so there's going to be a lot of growth on the earth in them days.
It says here, the virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms, the women shall mourn having no husbands, their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. In the wars,
lack of men. There's a war. The war is going to take them out. The missile is going to take them out. Because what happens? The women, they got women as in soldiers, but not majority of them. They're going to be at home hiding in the rocks. You know what I mean? Waiting for the so-called man to come back, but he ain't coming back. You know what I mean? And that's why there's going to be abundance of women in that day. Freedom?
It says here, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed.
Right? In the wars, so their what?
Shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
Right, see, when the things of war and famine, that's what's coming. Remember they talk about food crisis? That's why they're building bug factories, because they're going to make people eat bugs. It's the same, because what did it say about this man? He's a fugitive and a vagabond. The earth will not yield, hence yield his strength. That's why he's got to manufacture everything in the lab. He's got to make meat in the lab, seedless grapes, everything's seedless because it's manufacturing. Yeah?
I know it's difficult to find seeded grapes today.
I found some, and 7 Sisters, man. Yumming them up. And buying them on the regs, man. Spitting them, see that.
See them because, according to this anyway, like the brother said, it's not yielding this. It's not fertile anymore. It's gone past this stage. Well, years ago it's gone past this stage because back in the what was it, the 70s, 80s, you still had some sort of, what is it called, flourishing vegetables and stuff like that. But up until now, since the technology has got to such a level, and in the labs in Israel, they're making what is it, GMO meat.
Yeah.
Okay, they're making factory made meat. Yeah, 3D printed meat, which is not even meat anyway.
No.
Okay, so
Like
for people,
soya or nothing like that.
yeah, you're not gonna
Cardboard.
yeah, you're not getting any nutrients or the right nutrients from that substance that you would be what's the word, consuming. The fact that they're doing that in the land of righteousness, it just shows you that obviously that they're not the people. You know? You'd think that they'll produce something that's beneficial to the world.
No, they don't make that way, are they?
But no, that's Satan for you, man. That's Esau. It says here, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. That's also because the way these men are today, they're going to give their last to a woman, and then find out that obviously she's not on the same team as you. Not when it comes to survival. If you think about it, if a guy don't want to die, think about a woman. Women get more petrified over freaking flies.
Yeah.
So think, he's saying that he don't want to die. You can believe she don't want to die.
That's what I'm saying. The women are going to be like, no, the men are going to everyone for themselves.
Yeah.
They're going to leave the woman. And we're saying that if women could be Wonder Woman, because they talk about, oh, we don't need a man, and what have you done for me lately, and all this stuff. They'll be crazy, man.
It says here, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spoke. Behold, the plagues draw near and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
Right, so the pains, you're talking about birth pains. So this is the society, it's going to be like a birth pain. You know? Everybody's going to be like pain because the society's not going to be running that smooth like it usually. Well, it's not smooth now, but it's going to be terrible. You mean? Jobs are going to be lacking, food's going to be lacking. It's going to be horrible, put it that way, especially for places like England. There's no substance growing.
It's gonna turn fucked. Literally, it's gonna turn inside out overnight. Because these people, they're so used to consuming flesh as well. They're gonna need that. The parasite's gonna be forcing them. Look, you need that flesh. You know what I'm saying?
Eat meat, innit? Yeah. Meat eaters.
These people, they haven't tasted really not being able to eat, you know what I'm saying? Being hungry and stuff. So they're gonna bug out. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. Like, even brothers, you know, certain brothers in the church, they've come close to not eating because they're just out of poverty, you know what I'm saying? And certain circumstances, you know? But through faith, that's what's going to keep you going. Scripture really tells you, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every living word of the living God. It says here, so exactly, because what kept Youre shy through those 40 days and 40 nights? Because it wasn't food, and Satan tried to tempt him with a loaf of bread. That was the word of Yahweh Shem Yoshai. It says here, the plagues draw near and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
So the plagues are not going to be slack. The Lord is going to turn up the faucet, the plague faucet. Yeah? Nothing's going to slack. This is the ultimate plague, as we keep saying.
It says here, O my people, hear the word, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Like pilgrims, that means we're going to travel around. It's not going to be a stable place, like the Lord never had he said, a place for his head to rest.
He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise, as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that not dwell therein. He that
There's going to be no commodities. Nobody's selling. Well, there is going to be selling. Women going to be sold. But it's not going to be like, you know, that we sell, we're going to the shops and we buy whatever, we've got coins and we give them, you get trade and whatnot. There won't be none of that. You know what I mean? So the only thing that's going to booty is going to be the women and the children is going to be disposed. The gold and all that ain't going to be, have no relevance. You know? Read on.
it says here, he that selleth, let him be that as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he shall not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes.
Right.
They that marry as they that shall not get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labour in vain, for strangers shall reap their fruits, and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives, for in captivity and famine shall they get children.
Right, see? It's going to be everyone for themselves. There's going to be no playing up and just stealing people's shit, man. It's going to be anarchy. No order. Yeah, that's why you see in America now, they've got the preppers. Man's thinking about get the guns ready, get the food ready, get bars and dock burger. Now they're being sponsored by this food company. Buy your food while you can. Because they know, them preppers know, that it's going to capitulate, it's going to implode. There's going to be no food. They tell you get 6 months food. You're going to need more than 6 months food, but at least have 6 months per se. Because, you know, maybe we might be able to do something.
But that's not, at the same time, it's like, that's not even, like even for instance, like, when we go shopping or whatever, remember, because you're by yourself, if you was to buy healthy shopping, that's going to last because it's you, and if you know about moderation, you don't have amounts of food. I see people that have their cars in that, they go to the shop, I'll go and buy like maybe 6 bottles of water, they'll buy like 18. But remember, they've got a family in that. Yeah. So my 6 is going to last longer than their 18, simply because it's only me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They don't know about, like you said, they don't know about moderation.
Yeah.
Because the kid, oh, they drink of water, I don't drink of water, the kids just trying to grab it, I don't drink of water, I don't drink of water.
And the women as well, obviously.
Yeah.
They don't know about moderation, for sure.
No, definitely not. They like spend, my
they
sister's
like
got a room full of goods. You know what I mean? She don't use. Just buy her and just put in the room. Because they're like that. They're like little kids, aren't they, women? They're like little children. Yeah.
Big kids, man.
Yeah. So we read Revelation 18 and it goes up.
It says here, you want to jump straight to it or?
Is there any more meat on that?
Yes, it's 2 Corinthians 16.
Yeah, go on.
It says here, my battery's going to...
Battery's going to go? Yeah. Alright, well, if you want to close out, when do you want to close out? Mine's just still going. Well, is your battery nearly dead?
Yes,
how many hours is that then? Yours
it was like 2 hours or something.
Yours goes 2 hours or something, yeah? So 2 hours is gone already then?
Yeah. It says here, and they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities with houses, their possessions, and their own persons.
Drop that and just finish off with Revelation 18 quick.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 1, verse 8. I'm slacking. Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities.
The sins, the slavery, remembers her iniquities, she was in slavery.
Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Right. We don't have to go into captivity. Shall go into thee that stealeth a man and selleth him. Shall put to death, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Right, read.
And double unto her, double according to her works.
Double, yeah? Double according to her works. What is her works? Rape, robbery, and murder.
Yeah.
So the Edomites can get double. Right, read.
In the cup which she hath filled, fill it to her double.
Right.
How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
After 400 to 500 years of free labour, slave labour. She glorified herself, yeah, read.
So much torment and sorrow give her.
Right. So much torment and sorrow is going to come on us. You know about this World War III, sir? You don't know. You want to hide from it, yeah? You can't hide from it. That cigar, you're going to be a miss out in your mouth, you know what I mean?
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
And that's what the white man says. I ain't going to see no sorrow. I'm going to bomb people, put them to death, but I ain't going to see no sorrow because I got the weapon. No. Russia, he's going to make the white man fight the white man. This is what he's talking about. The Egyptian against the Egyptian. Yeah? They're going to fight each other. It's going to be beautiful watching Russia fight America as well. And NATO. They're going to love it. They get popcorn and some wine and watch them fight. You know, read?
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day,
Right.
death and mourning,
Death and mourning.
and famine.
And famine. And what else?
And death and mourning and famine,
Right.
and she shall be utterly burned with fire.
It's going to be burned. America's going to be utterly burned with fire, bro. I love it. Yeah?
For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her.
The Lord is judging. They may judge us, put us in slavery, yeah, put us under all these nations, especially under the beast man. The Lord is going to judge them, and his judgment is harsh. Not like ours, his judgment is harsh. We're going to beat the shit out of them when the Lord comes, but the Lord's judgment is get rid of their asses. They'll be down, yeah? Read.
That's it. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her. When they
They're not going to be making the money like that. Even though they're not making that now, because everyone's turning to bricks.
when they shall see the smoke of her burning,
Right, so you're going to see the smoke of America burning. The nuclear missiles, you're going to see the smoke. You're going to see it live on TV when the missiles hit and everything. And they're going to go blacked out by the EPM, so the EMP. I mean, read.
standing afar off, for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Right, America, that judgment is come. You guys say?
And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her,
Right.
for no man buyeth her merchandise
No,
anymore.
no commodity. Yeah?
The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner of vessels
That's
of
all
ivory
the riches. That's all the riches of America. You know what I mean? When
and
you go
all
to
manner
the
of vessels
land
of
the free and the brave and the land where you can go and become a millionaire. That's all we've done away with. And then missiles. I mean, none of them. All we see is smoke. She's burning. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Burn, baby, burn.
Says here. And all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble, cinnamon and odors